welcome, everybody. Good morning. Thank you guys for actually joining our very first podcast of our tape. On this platform, we're actually going to discuss sports from our tape, of course, for 1 hour each week. I am your host, Farrah Derr, and y'all help me welcome my co-host, Mr. Kenny Alvarado and Mr. Torrence Thompson. How you guys doing this morning?
What's going on, Farrah?
What's happening?
What's going happening? On? So y'all doing good this morning? Y'all ready to get this podcast started?
Ready.
All
Got a lot to talk about.
All right, well, let's get started. Let's see. So,
what you want to talk about? Tell us what you want to talk about.
I think we need to talk about the Paris Olympics. The Olympics just started, guys. Let's get this up. We're going to talk about the Olympics. The Olympics started yesterday. I honestly didn't even know that they started like Thursday. Torrence let us know. What was on rugby? Like, why are they starting so early?
I was watching rugby, and the United States was getting their butt handed to them. It was so hilarious. Tonga or some country that everybody looked like The Rock versus people that look like me. I'm like, is that crazy?
I wouldn't want to be in there.
Exactly. I looked up. It was 19-5. Came back. It was like 44-5. I'm like, what is that about?
I just didn't know that they started that early. I thought we had an opening ceremony on Sunday. We ended on a Sunday. I didn't know all that started early, but hey. However they do it, you guys, I know everybody's watching the Olympics. What are you guys looking for? What you guys wanting to see for the Olympics this year? What sports are you guys looking for?
Let you go ahead.
Go ahead, Kenny.
Me personally, there ain't really much. I mean, obviously we keep up with the basketball, we keep up with a little bit here and there, but I mean, there's so much in the Olympics that that you could think of. There's a sport for everything, so it's hard to keep up. You know, anything that catches my attention, I typically will tune in. But other than that, that's about it. I've never really been too keen into it, but I'll tell you, it does start getting a little bit more interesting watching. Once you start watching, I should say.
I mean, I heard Torrance might go in the next Olympics because they got breakdancing. They brought breakdancing this year. It's just the word on the street.
I got the gloves and knee pads. I'm ready to go. The breakdancing, the skateboarding, things that didn't exist when I started watching Olympics years ago. I want to see that. Now, different generation, don't know what it's going to be, but want to see that. But of course, being old school, it's all about basketball. It's all about gymnastics. It's about track and field. No question about it with me.
Are you serious? I'm all about synchronized swimming. I like to see sports that I don't see on the norm. Okay, I'm going to be up watching synchronized swimming, water polo. I think I was watching equestrian last night. Okay, so I like to watch sports that I won't see normally on a normal day. So that's just me.
Watching those sports, do you have an interest in who wins? I mean, you only go look for the USA person. I mean, that's what I will do. But if USA is in 10th place, can you still watch people just ride a horse, jump up and down over something?
Well, first off, what do they do? I was watching last night and I'm like, what do they do? And I was listening to them and they're like, these horses are skipping and I don't know. I just don't understand some things as a sport, but do you? So I'm watching it just because it's interesting. And yeah, I see you, Daniel Kadani. He's saying rugby's badass. I mean, he is Canadian.
I see him talking about France. Yeah.
France killed it today.
Canada in the house.
Yep, Canada in the house. What's up? Thank you guys for joining. Track and field, Shanetta. Yes, track and field is loaded, and we got our Dallas's own Sha'Carri Richardson is gonna go ahead and take care of some things for us out there.
Did you see her yesterday? Did you see her on the boat when they interviewed her? I'm like, I was scared because I saw the fingernails come out. And then strange enough, that button on that shirt was so low, I was so afraid everything was going to pop out in that conversation. I sat back, I was sitting to tap my wife. I'm like, listen, Hope she don't move anymore because we about to see everything on that track.
I don't think she would have probably cared. I don't think she'd have cared. But you know what? I do appreciate her focus this year for the Olympics, pending everything that happened the last time. She has changed a little bit, calmed down a little bit, taking it all in and not ruining opportunities over dumb stuff. So I'm glad to see that change in her. I can't wait to see Simone Biles as well. Jennifer Simone Biles, we already know Texas is going to take over. If they need a category for medals for Texas, not just the United States, but they did need a category for medals from Texas. Watching the news, there's so many people in different sports that's there that we just seeing on our local news here in Dallas. So D-Town is representing actually at the Olympics. So. But what do you guys?
If I had known no better, I'd say you sound pretty proud to be from Dallas right now.
You know what, Ken?
I just got to make get some Cowboys blue in that blood, and I think we'll be all right.
You know, somebody once told me it's not where you're from, it's where you at. Right now, I'm in Dallas. But I think Torrence knows we gonna always be East Coast, baby. That's just what it is. Yeah.
I'm where it's from. I don't care where I'm at right now. I'm always where I'm from. I'm gonna represent. Now you want to talk? I'm from South Carolina. For people who don't know, so I'm gonna be representing that all the way through. Dallas, Cowboys, whatever. You know.
Yeah, definitely. You guys will see that. Torrence, he's from South Carolina, so we're East Coast. Kenny, unfortunately, was born out here in this heat. So.
I was not.
Well,
remember,
that's
not
right.
Born out here
He was not. So he's claiming Texas, but where are you from originally? Where were you born?
New York, East Coast as well.
I just wanted him to say it. That's all I'm gonna say. I just wanted him to say it. He East Coast. He's East Coast. That's why we get along. He don't realize it, but it's okay. It's all right.
Okay,
we'll take that. I'll let it slide.
We'll let it slide. So Farrah, what's up with this USA?
He has to be from East Coast. Look.
Go ahead. Go with the East Coast, because I'm definitely Kenny. I forgot all about it. So how we going? You a half breed?
What I was saying, he definitely East Coast. Look behind him. Look at all the sneakers. That's a New York thing right behind him. 14,000 pair of sneakers right there in different colors.
I think I see some Tims back there. Do I see some gum bottom Tims up there on that rack? He's from the
man. All right.
Since we're talking about your shoes, the picture.
Yeah, talk about that picture.
I'm just saying. I mean, so did she appreciate that? Did she? I know she didn't.
She picked it. She picked it out. I said it fits the aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? What we were going for. For somebody to look at in the guest room. So.
All right. Well, I think you see the booty is facing right at the bed. So, all right, Kenny, we'll see how you rolling. But that's another East Coast thing that he probably.
That's a topic for another day.
Does fit the French Olympic theme. That's a French design. You know, that's that romantic. When you think of France, right. You got it right there. That's exactly how that rolls.
I really can't believe the picture, but we're going to leave you alone. So, yeah. And Shanetta, you know what? Those opening ceremonies were unique, y'all. Yesterday, I was trying to work. This was on all day, and I'm trying to watch it. Is it me, or did they dance on buildings all day? It was just on buildings. There was no big place where everybody was inside, and they all just came out to get introduced country by country. They had these people on boats. They was in the rain. Somebody's gonna lose today because they tired. They gotta be tired. Somebody been out in the rain. Your allergies gonna mess you up. They nose snotty this morning. I just don't understand. It was a beautiful, beautiful ceremony. Yes, Shanetta, but it was a lot. It was a lot. How did y'all feel about the opening ceremony? I couldn't follow it all day.
I'm gonna say this. If I was France, I'm mad. I know I'm the host country. We are the last boat. We're just sitting out in the rain all day, waiting for all these little countries that nobody knows. No offense, because I love those smaller countries, because that's where I vacation if I can. But what I'm saying is, I'm sitting out there for hours in the rain, standing there, getting my chance just to wave under a bridge that I see every day of my life. Okay? I mean, for real? Is that what we going to do on this one?
I came out first.
So,
we had to change that lineup when that rain hit. Is it going to rain for 2 weeks? Like, when is this rain going to stop? I don't know. I don't know when this rain.
I think I heard something that this is the first rain opening ceremony or some rain in the summer games in the last since 19 something. So it doesn't really rain, and all of a sudden France got it. But isn't France known for this type of weather?
I personally thought so, but you know the host country does go last. I get it, but it was raining. They had to be mad. Like I said, they're tired. I guess the events are gonna be all over the city, which they usually have that way. So, it was different. Paris put on the show. I can't wait to see the closing ceremony. They're gonna be all over the city again. So I don't know. We're gonna see. So how you guys feel about the USA basketball team when they're gonna bring home gold? I'm just asking. Kenny?
And from what I've seen, it's they've looked good in some games, but they've also looked kind of where they've fallen off a little bit. Ultimately, I think they could pull it off, but man, they it's hard to bring these players, these like the best players from every single team, and have them play as a whole and have them play as a team. But I think once they figure it out, they'll be all right. Ant-Man he gonna show up and show out. That I know for sure.
Torrence.
All right.
Nah, yeah.
And while in my opinion, two things first. Now you said basketball. First,
Yes.
I'm gonna say the women are gonna get the gold. Instantly, that's gonna be my conversation, led by a Gamecock, South Carolina. Let's throw that out in the conversation quickly. But the men's side, it is what the world is happening. The world is everybody's getting players and everybody's in the NBA. So you go to see Canadians, shout out. You go to Serbia. You go to all these Creoles. All these people have NBA players. So you're actually playing against people you play against all the time. So it's a matter of the competition has gotten better. So even if you are getting the best of the best of the United States, these people know your game. They know it because they play against you all the time. So you're right, Kenny. It is getting so much harder for them to do it. We pride ourselves over here as being the best because we invented basketball. Except for Canada, they claim something, but we won't talk to them. They claim it. We invented basketball, so we should win it. We do have the better players, but look out. I mean, who's the MVP for the last 3 out of 4 years in the NBA? Was it an American? No, it was somebody else. So watch out. And then, of course, the host country, France, got the best rookie playing in the NBA right now. So I think they're going to win. I think the days are gone that we're going to win by 77 points. Those days are gone. But the days of winning games and not having the hopes that we have to win by 30 points to prove we're the United States, but just win is what's coming around.
I can see that, and Ike makes a good point on here. Other countries, he says that other countries have national teams. They have better chemistry than we do, and I truly think that we have just too many stars. It's hard to have that chemistry. Everybody is that star player. Everybody want to be LeBron. You got this person. You got that person. I mean, come on, Ant-Man. He don't even start. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? So the chemistry is just really not there. Too many starters, too many, I guess, big players. I don't think the chemistry is there. But I do believe we will bring it home. But only thing that scared me really was Sudan. That's the whole reason that we even have this post up. I can't wait to see that game. I did see them almost lose. And that was just an exhibition. Now they know they can be, and they got that confidence up. And like you said, it's so many players from the NBA that are on these international teams. They know them. They're over there helping their other national players. Like, look, I play against him all day. They know all of it. So I don't think we have that advantage that we used to. These international players are really good. It's hard to get the NBA. Doesn't mean that they're not good. But I do think this is going to be a hard-fought gold medal. Let's say that. I do believe it's going to be a hard-fought gold medal if they win it.
And my final thought, remember this, we don't practice with each other. They practice for like a week, then they start exhibition. Versus these other countries who you may not have that superstar practice with you, but the rest of the team are practicing year-round together, and then you add one of the superstars to come over, and it's just... And
they can't put their egos to the side. They just can't.
A lot of it is the coaching, too, though. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of backlash from Steve Kerr is just, making the wrong call, putting the wrong players in, not giving other ones playing time, and I mean it's just it comes down to the coaching as well. So I do think we can be out coached. Steve Kerr was once the top dog.
We need a new one. We need a new
if that's
coach.
the case anymore.
Yeah, we need a new coach.
That's what I'm saying. And so it could come down to that too. But I think there's a lot of factors that play into it.
Maybe JJ Redick could be there for us in 32.
Hey, you see how he do with LeBron?
Let's think of a thought like this. Maybe we should have an Olympic coach instead of somebody who's just there for to coach the Olympics every 4 years. Have that person who can kind of build a chemistry instead of switching coaches every now and then. So maybe that's a thought to come up eventually. So Lakers have a coach, the Celtics have a coach, USA has a coach, and then they go and they pick their team and they have it and they get that chemistry, and so everybody knows. Maybe that's a thought.
Yeah, me and Ike are on the same page. I was thinking Coach K as well. He used to do it. I know he's retired, but like you said, we need somebody with experience, probably a retired NBA coach, retired college coach. But Coach K, he's at every exhibition game. He's flying around the world right there with him. Why not just coach him? If he's not going to do anything but once every 4 years, I think Coach K could definitely do it. We should have a designated coach that's not coaching all year, that's only for this, that has the credentials. Because Kerr, I think his time is up. I think he's done all he can do. You know what I mean? So that was the other anomaly on why I'm like, we might bring the goal. We may not. So, but we'll see. But I'm definitely going to catch that Sudan game in August. I don't know if they play earlier than that, but August 1st. I guess that's next week anyway. So, we'll see how that goes. We will definitely see how that goes. So, let's see. Since we're talking about LeBron, let's go ahead and talk about ESPN. They actually had a top 100 list that came out. They put LeBron over Brady, number 4 and number 5. I want to know what you guys feel about this. We started talking a little bit earlier in the week by chat, and it got crazy there, so I had to just stop it. So, Torrence, let us know, how do you feel about this? Is this pretty accurate for you?
Listen, honestly, I don't care. I don't like either one. I'm a Laker fan. Let's clear that up too first.
Yeah.
I mean,
we
Laker
can't all
fan.
be smart. But go ahead.
Exactly. True. Y'all can't be smart as I am. I'm a Laker fan, which is the greatest thing. Am I a LeBron fan? As long as he has the purple and gold, I will be a LeBron fan on this team. Now, before that, I liked him. As I used to like Jordan. This may be controversial. He was great. I was not a fan of Chicago. But I was a fan of Jordan. He could do anything. Greatness. Same thing with LeBron. Now, comparing him to Brady, football and basketball are two totally different things. And how could you put one over the other? I think they're the same person. I think LeBron has the opportunity to control more, and that's kind of weird stating that there's a quarterback scenario because you're depending on so many other people in what you do in football. Basketball is you and 4 other people that you can still control. So what they've both done in history of how they had control of what they're doing, might have put Brady up there a little higher than LeBron. I can't really argue the point. This is 4 and 5. Now, if it was 1 and 2, we'd had a different conversation. But this is 4 and 5. They're the same person to me. They're the same number to me. So if you're asking me, maybe Brady because he's done something nobody else has done by winning that many Super Bowls. LeBron has done something nobody else done. That's score more points because that means you played for 400 years. I mean, you might as well score that many points. But I think I go with Brady on this one. So they need to tweak that.
But go ahead. So, I can see that, but that's your take.
That's my take.
It's your take.
Yeah. That's what we're on our take, And in Torrance, I'm right there, man. Same thing. I'm not a fan of either one of them. I think it's just because they're so hyped up, and rightfully so. But like you said, they're the same person, just in a different sport. If I was to kind of go my way, I'd agree. I'd slightly put Brady over LeBron in this case, just because of the accolades in regards to just like he's won. Other than his kryptonite, Eli Manning, he's won every Super Bowl. Way more Super Bowls than anybody else has. He's won, most. Whereas in LeBron, it still all comes down to the rings. That's what everybody's always going to argue. LeBron, he lost more than he's won. And so they both have the longevity. They both have, the all the number one statistics. But I'd slightly give Brady the edge in this case, not by much. But I mean, you can really put him either way. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you.
I know you're waiting to chime in. I want to hear your take next.
So no, I'm not a LeBron fan. I like LeBron as a man. I like LeBron as a man and what he does in his community. But far as a player, yes, he's great. I'll give him his little kudos, but I don't like him as a player. Jumping team from team, that's just my personal, and he will never be better than Michael Jordan. Whole nother situation we can talk about later today. But I don't think that he comes close to Brady. I think there's just a hype about him. I think it's just a hype about LeBron. Everybody loves LeBron. Numbers don't lie. That's all I got. LeBron cries, whines, bitches. That's all he does. Jump from team to team. You know, he only has so many championships. Brady, on the other hand, you don't see the whining and crying. You see him fussing at his players and getting them where they need to be. He has, 7 championships? He has 7 Super Bowl rings. LeBron only has 4 chips. He has 4 MVPs. Brady has 5. And he did lose 3 Super Bowls. So, outside of winning those. So, I don't even think there's a comparison. I can't even believe they put them that close. I think they should both be in the top 100, but probably 20 people in between each other.
Wow, that's a big 20 people between the two of them.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
That's my opinion.
Okay, not the biggest LeBron fan, but you got.
We're not talking about. We're not talking about basketball or just football. We're talking about athletes. You know, the top athlete is actually Michael Phelps. You know what I mean? Serena Williams is before both of them on this list. Like, we're talking about athletes. Mm-hmm. I could think of a lot for me personally before LeBron. I'm not gonna say 20. Okay, I stretch it a little bit, but there's some space in between them. I think Brady does belong in the top 5. LeBron may be top 10, but he is not in the top 5. I'm sorry. That's just me. Numbers don't lie. Get some more championships, but now I think his time is running out.
You brought up Phelps and Serena. Now, you got to admit, they are the greatest ever in the sport that they're playing.
But this is the 100 top athletes, not top NBA players, not top football players. Athletes.
But I'm saying those two are the greatest in the sport they ever done. Now these two are not considered the greatest. Well, I don't know, but maybe Brady is. I don't know.
Brady is the greatest of what he does for football. LeBron is not the greatest. Hmm? He's a top player, top 5 of all time. I will give him that, but he's not the greatest. And he doesn't belong above him when you even rationalize just sports in general.
No, it is debatable, though. I mean, a lot of people will have that debate. A lot of people will have that argument that LeBron is the greatest, right? Or Jordan, right? So that's not here nor there. But at the end of the day, you probably got half of the people, half of the fans that are going to say LeBron is the greatest. You got the other half probably going to say Jordan is the greatest. I think LeBron is. To us, he might not be, the greatest, but to a lot of people he is, and just be considered that is pretty big, right? It kind of puts him in the same realm to be up there realistically.
But that's
and
generational.
Like you said, numbers
that's
don't
generational.
Lie.
Your generation thinks that. You know what I mean? You're younger. That's who they have. Yes, me and Torrence, we grew up in, Michael Jordan's era. So, you know what I mean? You didn't get that luxury. So, we have that great comparison of Michael Jordan opposed to LeBron. All you can do is tell us about LeBron and watch videos of what Michael Jordan did on YouTube. We lived that. You're not going to, even with the competition, you're talking about down the fouls, how they play. These players right now in the NBA could not play in 1988. It's just not happening. Now everything is a flagrant foul, flagrant 2. Let's look it over. Let's eject him out of the game. Draymond, are you kidding me?
Right.
Yes, we think he is a horrible thing in the NBA, but we can probably sit here and name a couple more people who he can't even come close to. So that's why it's generational. You guys just didn't get to see it. You just didn't get to see it.
My only opinion on this is simply, basketball is the only sport that doesn't have it's debatable because you can't say who is the greatest of all time because of what is your criteria in that. If you're talking rings, you know he's not. And if you're talking rings, even Jordan is not. But then you say Bill Russell is, but then they can say there was only 3 teams in the league with Bill Russell played, and not 20 teams. So basketball is that sport that is too wide. Figure out who is the greatest because, so if you do era-wise, correct. LeBron is this era's greatest. Jordan was that era's greatest, but then he had to fight to get between Magic and Bird. He had to do that to get his, and he took that over. So, just basketball. Basketball is interesting. You can't pinpoint what would make you the greatest in basketball right now. Everybody would have a different opinion. But in the other two, like you mentioned, there's no debate in swimming. There's no debate in tennis. You can't debate. Now, I think Messi was third in soccer. I don't know soccer. I don't know it.
So what would make them greater than these players? What would make them just because I know that they're the greatest in their sport, but they're still clearly the greatest overall. Period. They're still higher than them, even from their sport. What is making them even higher? And I think we all agree they have more accolades. They've done more. It's an individual sport more than a team sport. I get it, but what makes them even better when we're not putting it as a category of each sport? This is just athletes, no matter what you do.
Agreed.
I think it's just like you said, the accolades. Because Michael Phelps, shoot, how many gold medals does he have? It's like in the 20s. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just dominates the competition, and this is worldwide. It's not just what he's confined to as the NBA or the NFL or something like that. I think that's what kind of takes that into play. The dude was just, so it's. I'm assuming that's kind of what it goes into. I haven't looked at kind of what criteria they looked at ESPN. Maybe it's just the fact that he never lost. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. At the end of the day, you got to realize too that these are all quote unquote opinions, right? And what ESPN thinks, right? It's just like the rankings when it's football season, for example, right? You got all these different channels with different rankings. So you might have some other places that don't rank them that high or take different pieces and rank them lower. So I'm not sure, but that would be kind of what my opinion is.
I wonder,
the only
was
reason
Kobe
those
on this
three are
list?
ahead of those. I
know he is, rest in peace, but he did play in the 2000s. I just wonder if he's on this list. I brought up a good point.
Yes.
Anybody heard of Ike?
He's number 10.
He's number 10. Okay. I can take that.
Number 10.
But dang, can you put? Well, I guess we could put LeBron. You would put LeBron over Kobe? Like seriously?
Well, you can't have that argument anymore because Kobe's not around. The only reason we can't have an argument because that would be a great argument to have if Kobe was here. We can't. But to go back a little bit, I think the reason we got the top 3 other than accolades, other than their individual sports, they're world sports. Versus the NBA and the NFL are American. So those 3 people are international. That's why they would probably be ranked higher than those 4 and 5. In my opinion on that. And I think that's the only reason. You're facing everybody against the world versus this little span of group of people.
It looks like our chat. Most people are saying LeBron over Kobe. I got some people in there really loving LeBron, of course, but I'm gonna give my respect, rest in peace to Kobe. But it is Michael, Magic. You got a lot of people that's in this, but we're really putting LeBron. That's just my thing. I wouldn't put. This is why I said there's 20 people in between. I'm just looking at the chat and just going through these names. I'd put them above LeBron. Period. I put them above LeBron all day. But hey, teach his own. Just ESPN.
But you started this whole conversation by saying you're not a LeBron fan. So of course you would put it.
I'm not. But I'm not a LeBron fan. But I am a sports fan, so I will try. And we'll even see that later in this show when we show a segment that makes my skin cringe. Yeah. But it's okay. We do what we have to do. Stephen, like Kitty, what Kitty tell me the other day on text? If Stephen A can do it, call me out. Somebody said, did you know it was illegal to double team MJ during that time? Kobe, while he was great, numbers don't lie, check the stats. Same thing for Jordan. Really just a ball hog. Oh! Get off my podcast! No, can't even finish the damn thing. Okay, he's just a ball hog and a great scorer, but as far as all around play on both sides of the ball, we have never seen anything like LeBron.
That's gonna be a topic for another day.
I just added you today. You're probably gonna get blocked, but we'll go with you. Boy, that you spilled out a lot of stuff. That almost, I can't even cover that.
That's
today.
their opinion. That's their opinion.
Their opinion. And I respect it, Mojo. It's all gravy. It's all gravy. But
that's why we're here.
I can't believe you came on my post and cop.
He's laughing at you too. That's the greatest gift.
Let me tell you something.
That's the greatest gift.
I'm from North Carolina. If you ever come on my podcast and disrespect Michael Jordan, now you can talk about him as being an owner all day. I'm gonna back you up. He sucked, but don't come on there disrespecting my MJ. Don't you do it. But because this is our take. No, I'm just joking with you guys. But Mojo, you rude with that one. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and segment over because we can fuss about this forever, and I'm tired of LeBron being on my computer screen. We're going to segment over. So each week, guys, I want us to just actually acknowledge small businesses. So definitely, of course, you guys know that I actually have 2 businesses. So I definitely want to, take the time to actually just honor small businesses. Give us a little shout out. Supporting small businesses in our area. We're in Texas. I'm from the East Coast. Torrence is from the East Coast. So we're going to do a little bit from here, there, everywhere. But we want to give a little shout out to small businesses. You guys can go out and support. They're really big in our community. So I wanted to take the time and talk a little bit about my businesses. Everyone should know. And if you don't know, I am the co-owner of Razzle Dazzle, Apples, and more. So definitely want you guys to, be able to get my information. Let me put this up a little bit. I want to make sure you guys can see it. You guys can see that, Razzle Dazzle. If you are not following me, shame on you. Shame on you. Shame. You can get it right today. On you. You can get it right today. Make sure that you
them apples will get you right. I'll tell you that much. Whew.
So
I can vouch for them.
Actually, as we speak, Brandy's really actually probably bagging up some caramel apples right now. So while we've been on, we try to do it all. So we had apples today. People purchased. We had a sale. So if you didn't order today, sorry, I ain't got no extra. But please go out and follow Razzle Dazzle Apples and More. We would love to service you, your event, or just your sweet treat. So definitely want you to make sure of that. And we also have another one. Thank you, Chanel, the best candy apples and treats ever. Yes, they are. Thank you. And we have 360 RD photo booth. So we do have a 360 photo booth business as well, where we go around, we service different events, parties, proms, anything that you can think of. We do it conjointly. Sometimes we make trees and do the photo booth. So we are here for any of your needs. I've put up here our information, what our packages include, things of that nature. Go out, please make sure you follow, like, and share both of these businesses, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. And if you need anything, inbox me, send me a message. I will always take care of you. Thank you, Keisha. Keisha says she knows nothing about sports, but she's joining to support. I love you, Keisha. I appreciate you. But you are going to learn about sports on here. And yes, those treats.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go right in.
What else do y'all have? For those who have never tried or those who don't know, else do y'all offer?
Well, we have an assortment of things. We have anything from cookies, candied treats. We definitely have a lot of, that's what's big right now. A lot of people love candied grapes, candied pineapples, those type of things. So we do anything from gourmet apples, cookies, popcorn, Oreos, pretzels, Rice Krispie treats, stuffed apples. We make gourmet different types of apples. And of course, we love to cater to all of your events and custom make. We do customize to every order. Actually, y'all, Kenny was my first order. This is how far we all go back. Okay, we've been together about 2014 ish. We all started out at work together, and Kenny was literally my first appointment for his Razzle Dazzle. He let me, what was it, Frozen? And then Frozen candy apples for his daughter's, my little buddy. I did her birthday party. How old was she then? That was a long time ago.
I think it was her. I want to say it was her second birthday.
Man, it was a long time ago. So yes, it was Frozen. Thank you, Kenny, and he still supports us. And she's our little Razzle Dazzle kid. So, so definitely appreciate your support. Appreciate the rest of you guys' support. But come on out and make sure you hit us up if you need us. All right, so we are going to move right along. So this next topic, WNBA. I know Torrence has been waiting on this. Torrence is our WNBA guru. All things.
Oh God.
I think he lived down the street from USC campus. Him and Don Staley or kid cousins. Something of that nature. So, let's see. So let's get this on up. So WNBA, who do you think you guys are going to actually win the Rookie of the Year? Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese?
I'm gonna let you go first on this one.
All right. I'm gonna just put it this way. I have no clue who's gonna take it. I mean, it's obvious who the race is between, right? You got Angel Reese, you got Caitlin Clark. Well, who's gonna take it? I don't know. I have no clue, and I'll tell you why. Because stat-wise, I mean, Angel Reese is putting up some crazy numbers. Don't lie to you. And Caitlin Clark's doing her thing too. I mean, she's balling. It's so exciting to watch her play. She's drawing huge crowds. I mean, she has reignited, I think, the WNBA like crazy. And I mean, also had their quote unquote rivalry, right? But I kind of want to get some takes from y'all on this. I've been seeing a lot of controversy regarding Angel Reese and that stat padding and the fact she can't make a layup. She got 2-3 offensive rebounds because she can't make the layup. You know what I'm saying? So she gets crazy numbers.
I never thought about it that way.
So
she do get about 2-3 rebounds, offensive rebounds, just to get that 2 points. I didn't even pay that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And I've seen it. I watched it, and I'm like, man, it's kind of brutal sometimes, but she can ball too, though. So, I don't know who's gonna win. I really don't. I don't know. I know which way they want to go because it's kind of big, right? Because everybody's obviously watching for Caitlin. A lot of people rooting for her, but at the same time, a lot of people rooting for Angel Reese as well. And so, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I think ultimately it's good for the game. If you would have asked me she would have asked me last year to name 2 players from the WNBA, I couldn't tell you. And ask me now, I got a little bit more. So, it's coming back. It's being a little bit more exciting. But I want to get y'all's take on that in regards to, kind of what that's about, and how do you see it? How do you view it? And go from there.
Everybody know I love sports and women's basketball. I'm going last because no. You know what? I am gonna go because Torrence knows way more about women's basketball than me. Surprisingly so. We're both fans, but I know Torrence knows. But look here, y'all. This controversy right here, I've been following this. I think me and Torrence been following this since college. So I remember when Caitlin just wasn't half of anything, even in college. So, to that senior year, kind of. Went to see them play in Dallas when they had the national championship 2 years ago. I was praying we'd make it, but I got to see these two play. Even though it wasn't South Carolina, I was upset. That game, Reese put it on her. She did her thing. Now we're in the WNBA. Caitlin has had a hard season. I'm going to try to be a sports fan when I do this analysis because, of course, I'm not a big Caitlin fan. I do think she is a generational player. I love her. I think she's great as a player. But I just hate the hype all around her, and I don't think that she causes it. I think she's sitting back. But as far as coming into the NBA, WNBA, she did not start out great. Okay, they tore her apart. You know what I mean? First couple games, they really did. She's had a slower start to her greatness that she's coming into now. I think Angelique Reese has been it from the start. She has done what she's had to do for her team. I think she plays a bigger role. I guess my question would be, if right now, if one of these two got hurt, who team will suffer the worst? And I guarantee you Chicago. Okay? They can do it out. I personally, they're going to lose. Indiana can continue to lose without Caitlin on the floor. I don't think that's going to make or break them. She's not winning them games. It's not like she's winning them games. I think these double-doubles are helping to that win. These stats that she is putting out, injuries on the court, production-wise, getting in there quickly and being able to contribute to that team. Reese is hands down going to get this Rookie of the Year. I think she should, but I don't think she will. I think because of the hype, how everything is playing out around Caitlin, they feel like they have to give it to her. If she consistently plays like she's getting good with far as part assists. She's starting to do some stats she didn't have in college to that extent. You don't see her shooting from the damn half court line no more. You're not seeing that out here. She's hitting some threes, but not to that extent. So just with numbers and being effective to your team early on and consistently, Reese has 20-something double-doubles at this point. Even though it takes her 3, rebounds to get there. Hey, Jalen. Even though it takes, 3 or 4. Oh, that's Jalen. That's our graphics engineer. He did all this for us, y'all. So if y'all saw Jay, that's the graphics engineer that did all this for us and set this up. But anywho, I'm going with Angel Reese over numbers. Caitlin will get there. But I think she will get the award. I am good with settling for a co. I am good with a co-Rookie of the Year. If they chose to do that. But the way they're set up right now, I think that they're going to give this to Caitlin regardless of the numbers in the end. And that's just going to be another fight and we're going to have to fuss about for a long time.
No, you know what I think might happen too? Just because, WNBA is getting back on the map, what's going to cause the most controversy? You got to realize at the end of the day, the media controls the narrative. What's going to cause the most controversy? What's going to get people talking? True. What's going to get people watching? I think that might be. That's what I'm saying. I don't know who's going to win. Maybe one should, maybe one shouldn't. But we'll see. At the end of the day, it's going to spark debates. It's going to get people talking, and I think that's what ultimately they're wanting. So.
Do you think either one of them could have played? Well, you know what? Before I ask that question, Torrence, come on, go ahead and you have the floor.
I don't believe y'all have me sitting here about to defend Caitlin Clark. I don't believe you're making me do that. I don't understand that question. See, it's okay. Let's base this in history. As you mentioned, I'm a graduate of the University of South Carolina, so I'm a South Carolina women's basketball. And we played both of them in college, and we beat both of them when we played them except one time, and Caitlin beat us. So that's where my history comes of watching it. But in the WNBA right now, I love them both. I loved Reese's game at LSU. She made her teammates better. She was that driving force. She was whatever she needed to be for them to win. The other side, Caitlin Clark in Iowa, was everything for Iowa. Not just the track, was everything. And they made it everything. And her teammates lived through that with her and accepted that and played their role. Now we move to the WNBA. And I'm going to tell you right now,
as they coach
Clark has done, and that coach retired because she knew she wasn't going to get nothing else. She already she got exactly what she's going to get out of that, and I'm done. I'm not getting that no more. Two finals appearances, I'm done. Greatness. So they got to the WNBA, and Angel Reese is doing exactly what Angel Reese did at LSU.
Yeah, she really
He has not gotten any different or any better. She lays it up. She gets rebounds. Occasionally she throws up a shot that she didn't throw up at LSU, and maybe she did because I didn't watch every game. But she has done exactly what we thought she was going to do. That's great. And she didn't have as much pressure because she wasn't the number 1 pick. She fell to number 7 because nobody thought she was going to do anything. They were like, that her game doesn't translate.
It was the off the court that put her down in the stats. Her off the court persona is what dropped her. But go ahead.
Correct. So, but she does what she needed to do. She rebounds and she put the ball back. She laid up at LSU. She rebounded, put the ball back, and that's what she did. She didn't bring the ball up the court. She didn't go between the legs. She didn't do none of that. She's doing what she does. Great. But has she gotten better? No, she just got a spotlight. She hadn't changed her game. She hadn't made Chicago any better. And if we look at the stats, Indiana is over Chicago in the stats. Chicago is getting better because of that Kennedy Carter girl who decided to finally learn how to play the game with her mind instead of her attitude her last few years. That's why Chicago's gotten better. Now, Reese is good, and Reese is a great compliment. And she defends. I agree. She defends. She's a compliment. And then you add the pieces Chicago as a team is good. Let's go to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is making Indiana better. Now, you talked about the beginning of the year she got jammed. Of course, because she got all that hype and everybody was like, oh, no, you ain't going to pull no half-court threes on me. You must be crazy. Ain't gonna, what you did in college is you're not going to do here. Exactly. But you got also taking effect. She came out of college that long season, got drafted, and started playing. And they played the toughest schedule in the league, playing everybody the first few games, and not even getting a chance to really practice that much. Take that in effect. But as you've seen the season go on, she's gotten better. She doesn't have to shoot the threes. The woman had like 19 assists. She's making other teammates better. She had a triple-double. That's making other people better. That's the difference. When you looked at Iowa last year, you looked at Caitlin Clark scoring 40 points, being the all-time leading scorer. That's what you saw in college. This year, you're looking at her, and she's making Aaliyah Boston better. She's making whomever dishing that ball instead of shooting. So, MVP right now, because she's done something she didn't do before, it's definitely, in my opinion, is going to be Caitlin Clark right now. If she's continuing on the chart she's going. If they get co-MVPs, that is awesome. That is absolutely would be great in that. But if you kind of do that, I'm looking at it. She's got a score. I give her that. She's also getting in there and rebounding, which y'all never thought Caitlin Clark would have done. She's also giving assists, which, well, of course she did that a little bit at Iowa because she put the ball in the people's hand, but she's playing with better players. That means she's getting more assists. And as we saw, she led the league in turnovers in WNBA at the beginning, but the turnovers have shrunk because her teammates have caught up to what she was doing, and she has slowed down to make sure that they're on the same page. So, my opinion, even though with our host has disappeared, which is greatness, I'm going with Clark. Now I see a couple of people right now. Let's see, several people are disagreeing with me, which is okay because I don't have a problem with that. But I'm sitting here looking at the league right now, and Indiana's 11-15, and Chicago's 10-14, which is basically the same record. One's winning percentage is .423, the other's .417. As of this moment, Indiana is in the 7th position in the playoff hunt. Chicago's number 8. And I agree, Mojo, that she was leading the league in turnovers, but that was the beginning of the season. Let's go back over the last 5 to 10 games, like 5 games, and see how many turnovers versus assists she has. There's a difference in that right now. Everybody has a moment to get accustomed to what they need to get accustomed. Again, I'm not saying anything about Reese. Reese is doing exactly what I thought she was going to do. She was going to rebound. She was going to put the ball back. She's going to play defense. That is exactly what she came out of LSU, what I thought she was going to do. And that's great. You got other people who can score and make them better. So I just want to see Kenny. I know I threw a lot. You said you don't really watch it. I think the overall thing is making everybody better when you came in. You could be a great person, but you got to make everybody better because it's a team sport. And,
right.
And my thing about those double-doubles that she got at the beginning of the season, and you can see that the league caught up with it because they started triple teaming so she couldn't do it, it kind of reminded me of second season Westbrook averaged that triple-double. When you know what he was, there was padding stats at a certain point. It wasn't just him going to get it. The people were moving out the way and doing other stuff so he can get the rebounds. So he can get those triple doubles. That's what started reminding me of when at the end of the game the the coach was leaving the young lady in so she could get that record. I wanted to have that record too, but that's why she was leaving her in the game. So, my opinion, and I think we got our host back, and I think she's all right over there in a moment, is I think it's going to be Caitlin Clark, and I don't want to defend it because I don't want to be a Caitlin Clark fan. I don't want to be a fan at all, but I'm going with Clark in this one right now, even if other people say no in this point. So. What did Mojo say? The fact that they have to do that says a lot about her impact on the game. Okay. See, Mojo, I think he can agree, or he agrees with me on that kind of thing. So, I know you missed a lot of that, Farrah, but my opinion is Clark, right now, if she continues on the trajectory she's going, will win it. If, like I said, if they get Cole, it's great too.
Got it. So, let's see. Let me check. My voice actually left, y'all. I don't know what happened. My voice left. I was like, I started coughing and then my voice went. So that's why I sound the way I do. Guess we've been talking too much. I don't know. That's crazy. But hey, we'll work with it. We will work with it. So let's go to the next topic that I don't want to talk about. I am going to head it on over to someone else. It is our new topic that Kenny wanted to talk about. I think most people probably know what it's about. And we will let him have his moment. We will let him have it. Cowboys talk with Kenny.
There we go.
Kenny. Dak Prescott.
We got to we got to bring it up. We got to bring it up. It's just like any other podcast, like any other, ESPN, you got to bring it up. I will say, though, right now, I am what's the word I'm looking for? I'm a pretty upset fan right now. It's just not going. It's just ownership, GM, it's a game to them right now. And as a fan, it's frustrating. That's the word I was looking for. I'm a frustrated fan as of right now, and I'll tell you why. For a couple reasons. We got Dak needing contract. We got CeeDee Lamb holding out for a contract. We got Micah coming up for a contract, two of which want to be the highest ever non-quarterback, as far as pay goes. I don't know what to expect. I'm typically bad at knowing what's going to happen next with this team. What's going to happen now? I honestly don't know. So I'll keep it short and sweet. There's really not much to get into. There's not much we know about it.
But you want to get
all
into
I know
it.
is
That's what that is. You don't want to get into it, but okay.
No, we could get into it. We could get into it any time of the day.
All I'm saying is, I think Jerry is playing his card. He doesn't care. He's holding him by a string. Because first off, CD can ask for what he wants. He can't go nowhere. They can throw a franchise tag on him. He can't leave. He has 2 years. Parsons can't go nowhere. So you can hold out all you want. You are stuck for 2 years, and Jerry knows it. He's not going to give that contract. He's sitting around making him look like an idiot after Jefferson got paid all this money for 4 years. He looks like an idiot right now. I know CD's like, man, what the hell? Jefferson got his money. I'm not getting mine. This is the game that Jerry plays. This is why y'all are successful. Jerry. Period. He's playing games, which is messing with their mental, I guess you would say. This messes with them camaraderie-wise, trying to be cohesive when the season starts. They go through so much stupid stuff. First off, you're out in Oxnard. You ain't even practicing in your real heat. What's up, bro? What's up? That's our dog. But look here. I just really think Jerry's doing this. He doesn't care. He's playing a little game with these people. Dak, rumors they may trade him, they may not. They're gonna have to pay Dak, But think about it. This is his third contract. He's paying him in 9 years. How many games have you won? Much less a Super Bowl.
Two playoff games. What's the why? I mean, at this point, it's what has he done to deserve that contract? You see, Jordan Love just got paid. Tua just got paid. I mean, he's gonna get paid, whether it's gonna be by the Cowboys or not. If he walks next season, he's gonna get paid. That's a given, right? I mean, you have a floor with them. His floor is 8-8, right? They're not gonna go, on a losing season. So, at the end of the day, it's about who you want to keep. What's gonna be, for the future. You can pay Dak and pay CD. Who's Dak gonna throw to? He can come do it on his own. We don't even got a running back to.
I think they all want to
take
Houston
over.
Myself, I think they want to go to Houston.
Well, everybody want to go to Houston at this point.
I'm saying. I think they want to go to Houston. I don't think they want a contract. We know CD Mama want him out of here. His mama is. If nobody else want him gone, CD Mama want him to go. I don't think Parsons'
all I'm gonna say about
family
this
like it either.
I'm not a Cowboy fan, as you know, but I sat there and I watched Jerry's State of the Union, and I watched Dak have a conversation, and both said the exact same thing. Jerry said, well, listen, I like him, I want him, but we have done it without people like that before, and if we have to move on, blah, blah, blah. Then Dak came back and said, well, listen, other quarterbacks have gone to other places, blah, blah. So both of them have said the exact same thing. I don't want to pay you $60 million. I don't want to be around. It's basically, unless you pay me $60 million. They are saying that, so we got to see who can hold that hand in the sand. Now, when you come to CD, why would I sign an extension right now if I don't know who my quarterback's going to be next year? Why would I be locked in for the Cowboys if I don't know who my quarterback's going to be? That's the same problem your boy in Vegas got. He came there to be with his boy, and his boy got traded to New Orleans. Now he's stuck in Vegas without a quarterback. So I would sit there on my one-year deal if I was CD. I will sit there and play my 1 year and see what Dak's going to do. Because if Dak is out, I'm trying to get out. Because I'm going to break the bank next year. Now, your linebacker, he's a Cowboy true to true. I think he should live and die linebacker Parsons for the rest of his life. He may not want to be there, but I think he fits that mold. And I think Jerry loves him enough that he'll pay him like he paid Dion. Like he paid anybody who he wants to keep around forever, he will pay. But both of them have said the same thing. I don't know if Dak is going to be there. And somebody's going to offer him 60 plus. If I got Jordan Love and Tua at 55 and $52 million a year.
49ers.
Somebody. Forget it, maybe Pittsburgh, because we got an experiment. We may have a quarterback. Well, we don't pay no money. Sorry. Let me play that back. Let me put that back. We don't pay no money.
Yeah,
but I'm saying next year. Yeah. Next year he's going to get this money. So it's up to Jerry to decide what you're going to do. But if the only man that's sitting there, CD, I would sit there like, I don't know if I want to stay here next year, because who is going to be my quarterback? I'm going to get $40 million a year to get thrown the ball by who? Who's going to throw me the ball?
But the thing is he don't have that decision to make right now. He can't make nothing for himself. He got to sit there. He got to sit there. So it's just media. 2 years they stuck. They gonna keep this hype up. Mm-hmm. Micah's not coming to practice. He out here partying probably, or whoever's not coming. So in the end, you ain't gonna win no way. So yeah. Are you done with your Cowboys?
Yeah.
Check?
No, it's unfortunately true. Yeah, we got it's either gonna be one and done, like we have been, or we're going into a rebuild. Like it's not the way to put it. But Jerry don't do that though. Jerry don't go into rebuild. Jerry will construct this team to be good enough, keep us fans delusional.
He don't know how to change, man. He holds on to stuff too long, and it's y'all kill yourself. That's all.
Something needs to give, man. I mean, I've been loyal. But man, I mean, it's like we're like a hamster in the cage. It's just we're going over the same thing, over and over, and so that's what makes me a frustrated fan. So, yeah, everything that everybody's saying is true. I agree 100%. Don't know what's gonna happen. Frankly, do I care? Yeah, obviously, but it's until I see some changes. I mean, it's hard to support, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, them two dudes right there.
Still gotta stay loyal though.
They're causing a lot of problems, but they giving y'all some media a little bit. They give me a little media. That's all I can say. But the man,
if you can do it with the Broncos, Farrah, I can do it.
You know what? Forget the Cowboys. We done with y'all. Ain't gonna win nothing. Hold out. Don't go to practice. Don't go to Oxnard. Stay in Dallas at 110 degrees and not go to practice. Who cares? You're gonna lose anyway, but yeah, that part. Anything else you want to talk about with the Cowgirls? I didn't even call them Cowgirls. Aren't you proud of me? I said Cowboys.
I am proud of you.
Talk, whatever. So you'll get that today, but after today, man, I don't know about that segment. So we're gonna move on to the real good team of Dallas that I can deal with, the Mavs. Welcome, Klay Thompson. Welcome. I'm absolutely excited about this trade. We're gonna win this championship this year. That's what I feel like. I feel like we can. I know this is so debatable. I get it. I know Boston is coming back fully packed. I get it. Philly trying to whatever they're gonna try to do to get out of the East. So, but I do think with the additions we just made, we really did made some good trades. So I think this addition, I personally think they can win it all. I personally do. What you guys think? I think so.
Again, I don't have a dog in the fight right now. My best player is 112, and the other one is injury prone. So I don't have a dog in the fight right now. I'm a Laker fan. I'm gonna be a Laker fan for life. That's just how I'm
going to be. You all kinds of fans. You got Steelers on your wall. You got the Baltimore on. You with the Lakers. I mean, how many teams you got, man? Dang.
I mean, I can't be the same fan. I'm supposed to be what?
I mean, I get
Dodger
it, but I mean, can you stick to a state or something? Shit. I mean, you're all over the country.
Yes, I do. I do. I'm a South Carolina fan. We don't have a team, so we get to choose what we want to.
You don't. I mean, you got Baltimore.
But, that's true.
I'm just saying. Go ahead.
But no. What I'm saying is, I love that Thompson came to the Mavs because they gave him a shooter. Somebody out there who could just stand there and shoot, which they needed in that situation. The Dinwiddie, I don't know which one you're going to get. Are you going to get the one that used to play in Dallas? You going to get the one that used to play in Brooklyn? Because you're the one in L.A. last year?
Yeah.
Y'all can keep him.
I know we get Dinwiddie we had back. That's what we're going to get, the old Dinwiddie back. Go ahead. Brooklyn Dinwiddie.
So if you got him, I think it's a good thing. And I wouldn't worry about too many things in the East because they're going to beat each other up over there. You just got to figure out what's left over here in the West is what's going to be happening in it. And I don't know. Other than Minnesota, is going to be much better and older. Denver still going to be Denver.
That's what I'm about to say. Denver. I mean, come on.
Denver's going to be Denver.
OKC.
OKC, who's young, so they still going to go through some lumps, and I get that. But after that, it's just Golden State, LA, both LA, Lakers and Clippers sitting over here doing.
And Kawhi play. We'll see how that work out. Paul left.
So
I mean,
exactly. So you're 4 deep in the West, and you're 100 deep in the East because of Philadelphia there, heading to the South. So
where did Russell go? Where did he trade Russell? Did he go to eat?
Denver. He going to Denver.
He went to Denver.
So I want to see if he has that same energy and that mile high breathing. I can pull that off, but I don't know.
Ooh, right.
Ooh, that's so Mojo. Look, Mojo, you tripping? Like Mojo, me and him was on the same page. He don't like the Cowboys. He's trying to say that Klay Thompson, the only thing he's doing is making the Cowboys. I mean, not the Mavs are more light skinned.
Listen, Mojo, the last name is Thompson. I appreciate that with him. So I appreciate that. But yeah. I think Dallas is going to be pretty good. Like I said, you're a year older. I love Kyrie. Kyrie's one of my people. When I watch basketball, that's just what I need to watch.
We just need to send Luka to defensive training camp this off season. That's all.
Or figure out a position that he can defend. If he had to play against a center or somebody, maybe they need to put him against a center. Somebody he can defend and just strip the ball. Other than that, luck. That's all I have to say about that.
I'm just saying. I think we will. Our only problem is our best player not playing defense. That's my issue. Our best player don't play defense.
It's gonna be hard getting back to the finals.
It's gonna be hard, but because honestly, I never would have thought we would have been in the finals this year. I'm gonna be honest. At the beginning of the season,
right?
Never would have thought, but we made it. And I think we could have been. I think we would have lost regardless to the Celtics, but I think it could have been a better series if Luka had just not been worrying about offense. You're gonna get offense, we get it, but you gotta play defense. And I don't know,
in the finals, my thing was our role players weren't making the shots that they made in the series before. We played in Minnesota, we played OKC, and they were busting those threes. They were making shots. They were hitting from the corner. Luka was finding the open player, and they were hitting them. Whereas in the finals, they did not hit. They didn't hit nothing. And I gave it to them game 1 and game 2. A lot of them, we had a lot of young players. The only one that had been to the finals was Kyrie Irving. So you had a lot of players that had the experience. They had that spotlight. You know what I'm saying? You're in the finals. All eyes are on you. I think it was the stage was a little too big, but then they got it together. Yeah. But at the end, they shot themselves in the foot. They simply were not making shots they were supposed to make. You know, they were getting the shots, but they weren't falling. Whereas Boston was just hitting everything. So what changes now? You know, this season, right? We upgraded the players that we lost. We did upgrade. Klay Thompson's not a huge addition. I'm not going to sit here and say we're talking 2014, 2015 Splash Brother Klay Thompson.
We can get him back.
But at the end of the day, we can have him be what Tim Hardaway Jr. was supposed to be for us, right? That player to hit those shots. Luka, Kyrie, draw the attention, you know, get in the paint, dish it out, and he's going to hit the shot. That's what we were missing, right, in the finals. Now we got there, right, and now it's just a matter of doing it again. I do think those pieces upgraded. Now it's about, you know, getting out there. But yeah, again, it's going to be tough in the West, 100%. 100% going to be tough in the West. And then, you know, it's just about kind of keeping the same drive and the same, you know, hunger that they had last season, and I can see it happening again. So it's going to be a fun season in the NBA for sure.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna stick with it. We're gonna win, but we're gonna wrap this week up. But we want to go over our news you just can't use. Okay? We got hot news you can't use. Snoop Dogg. I mean,
did you see him yesterday? Did you see him interview?
Snoop Dogg.
Did you see him interview people yesterday? He just stood there looking stiff, and I'm like,
what I will tell you is his hair is slapped. That's all I got. I mean, when I tell you every lock, I guarantee you his loctician is in the hotel, okay? Because he over there in that humidity and all that rain, and his hair be slapped again this day. The loctician is at the hotel. Do you understand me? His hair was slapped, but him carrying this torch, I just don't understand the benefit. I don't. Oh, I think it's hilarious. I'm like, you know, Snoop Dogg, he gonna get his money where he can, whether it's Martha Stewart. You
know, Snoop Dogg got his hand in everything.
I mean, is marijuana legal in France? Because I'm just trying to understand how he gonna make it through. I mean, from Brittany Griner, I know he didn't travel with it.
He got somebody over there. You know, he got some people over there.
I'm just saying. Picking up shit on the Eiffel Tower, but I'm just trying to understand. Oh, you know, is this some news you can't use? I was like, Snoop Dogg carrying it. That was just a little weird to me. I just don't understand. I mean, look at him.
If you look at the torch, it do look like a joint. I'm just saying.
True, it did.
I mean, he's over there with the biggest one he can possibly have. I think that is a joint. I believe that's a doobie, and he lit it right there.
But Farrah, that just goes on what's going on in this world. Remember in the early 90s and stuff that we would listen to with gangster rap and nobody would listen to it. It was the worst thing in the world. And now you can turn your TV on and they playing Biggie and Snoop on commercials now. You can hear these things on commercials.
Think about this. He's at the Olympics. You see this? The joint, I mean, I'm sorry, the torch that he carrying. Just think about this in the 90s. He was on trial for murder.
For murder. Seriously. Now everybody loves him. He's Uncle Snoop. Everybody loves him now.
Martha Stewart got him right. Martha Stewart got him right. He had to bridge that gap. You understand me?
Listen, Martha Stewart went to jail since Snoop went to jail. Martha was in jail since Snoop went.
I mean, the company you keep.
The company you keep.
The company you keep. But yeah, Snoop Dogg over there using the torch to light light his L's at night. But no, I just really just didn't understand what he has in relation. He's not even on ESPN. I mean, he'll come on talk show a time or two, but he's just not that person I would have thought. And I was like, Snoop Dogg carrying the torch. All right, well, we do what we need to do. I mean, that's what we want to represent America with over in Paris. You know, our biggest pothead of America, which I love Snoop. Don't get me wrong, people. I love Snoop. I'm glad he over there, whatever, but we are representing the United States. So they wouldn't let Shakari go, and she got high in a legal state. You know, I'm just saying.
Hello.
Just saying, but
Hello.
you know, but if she couldn't go represent us, tested negative, went through her appeals, all of that, they still would not let her go over that. Now we have the kingpin of that narcotic carrying our torch. Just
The world is
the
changing.
irony of it all. The irony of it all. So definitely. But guys, I truly appreciate everyone joining. Just wanted to go over a little bit of these things. Just want to say thank you. This is our first podcast. It's not perfect. We just want to give you guys some sports and news and chop it up, barbershop style with our take. Basically, we're not commentators. We don't have journalism degrees, but we're just gonna give our take from our view on sports. And I hope that you enjoyed it. Please come and join us again next Saturday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, 11 Eastern Standard Time. This stuff will be uploaded to YouTube as well as Spotify after the show later today. So we're going to build off of this. But everyone who came in today, thank you for joining. We really appreciate it. I had a good time. Kenny, TT, Torrence.
Nope. Next week again.
Next week. So we'll see what happens in the world of sports. You guys have fun. Have a blessed weekend. Go out, be successful on purpose. And until next week, 10-4.